Welcome to Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Let's go ahead, dive in, not waste your guys' time with regards to the comparison between the Toyota Corolla Cross to my left and the Toyota RAV4. Which one do you guys want? Maybe it's a hard decision. You're in the market for one of them. Well, you're in the best place. Just don't forget to like and subscribe. Our email below if you want us to film something, and a shout out to Folsom Lake Toyota here at Folsom, California for providing you guys both of these cars for this comparison video. Now let's start with the Toyota Cross. Well, what do you get with regards to the powertrain? Now, both of these are XLE trims, granted. The RAV4s, you can get hybrids and things will change with regards to different trims. But in the naturally aspirated gas-powered engines, we have a 2.0 liter four-cylinder engine paired together with a CVT, also known as a continuously variable transmission, pushing 169 horsepower with 151 pounds-feet of torque. Yes, kind of slow. 31 city MPG, 33 highway. On the Toyota RAV4, 2.5 liter, four-cylinder, naturally aspirated with the 8-speed automatic transmission. I have to say that's what wins me over. I'm not big on those CVTs. With a horsepower of 203 horsepower and 184 pounds-feet of torque. Now, MPG, let me grab my phone out. There's just so much to remember. But MPG on the RAV4 is going to be 27 city and 33 highway. So you're getting a bit better MPG on the Cross. Well, gallon gas tank size on the Cross is 12.4 gallons versus 14.5 gallons. Let's talk dimensions real quick. On the Cross, you're looking at dimensions of 176 inches in length, RAV4 182 inches in length. Cross width 72 inches in width, 73 inches in width on the RAV4. 65 inches in height on the Cross, 69 inches on the RAV4. Now, if we go ahead and start talking about the front ends do come with the LED projector headlights. We left the hazards on so you guys get an idea, the complete different shapes, and also the up top eyebrows here in the daytime running lights in here, okay? Now, dropping down over to the bumper area. Got matte black plastic on the RAV4, nothing here. We have matte black plastic running across that lower or mid area of that front bumper. The XLEs don't get front cameras or front bumper sensors, okay? Also, the grille on the RAV4, matte black plastic up top, the emblem, and matte black plastic lower grille. Shooting over to here, the XLE does have a higher gloss upper grille with kind of a hyper silver, kind of has a brown tint to it for the upper grille. Well, the XLE Cross does get bumper sensors, so I was wrong. Okay, so correction, you get more tech in the Cross. Matte black plastic lower grille, and also you have fog lights on the Cross, right? Come over to the side of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and talk about the wheel and tire area. Now, on the Cross itself, what do we get coming in? We have 225, 55, 18, and that is a Geo Tour rubber, dual colors, machine surface silver with the gunmetal gray interior and the shocks. The suspension is shock spring stress suspension, matte black plastic wheel well trim. Over to the RAV4, what do we got going with regards to the rubber? The Firestone Destination, so better rubber, 225, 65, 17. We have one color in the Hyper Silver Gloss. Suspension is shock spring stress suspension. Ground clearance on the RAV4 is going to be 8.4 inches. Ground clearance on the Cross, 8.1 inches. So you're getting 0.3 inch of ground clearance. Now, if we move over to the wheelbase. Wheelbase on the RAV4 is going to be 106 inches on the wheelbase for the RAV4, and then on the wheelbase of the Cross, we're running 104 inches, so 2 inches shorter on the wheelbase for the Corolla Cross. Now picking up to the side mirrors, blind spot assist in both with integrated blinker lighting, no cameras, but they do resemble each other with a matte black plastic on the bottom. Up top, the colors of the car. Over to the windows, matte black plastic trim on the bottom, up top, chrome. Right, a lot of resemblance here, smart access, keyless fob entry. Right, keep that key fob in your pocket or purse, pull those handles or rub them, and they will open up. Up top, roof rails, matte black plastic on the Cross, high gloss on the RAV4. These are added on dealership items that go across. Don't let that fool ya. Okay, we got a complete difference here in the back. This is where you're gonna see a lot of the difference, as well as, again, this is more of a crossover look, right? The Subaru style, a lot of people know these kind of wagon-based things because of the Subarus, but we got Corolla Cross on the chrome trim up here. Over to the back spoiler up top, privacy glass wiper. We have LED rear tail light, blacked out housing inside, dropping down XLE all-wheel drive with Corolla Cross on the left, emblem, Backup camera, matte black plastic bumper fascia with bumper sensors going across. And you might ask, where is the exhaust tip? It's tucked away under the passenger side. Shooting over to the RAV4. Now, I do like the RAV4 Boxer look. The Cross is a little bit more curvy, a little bit more old school feel. This is a bit more rigid off-road look on the RAV4. Spoiler with the integrated brake light. You don't get that on the Cross. Privacy glass, wiper, LED taillights here on the RAV4. RAV4 here. XLE all-wheel drive on the right, backup camera right over that Folsom Lake Toyota license plate. Dropping down more matte black plastic. This is where they resemble each other a lot. Matte black plastic, you don't have bumper sensors going down here, right? And then we have live exhaust tips there on the right and on the left. That's a plus, okay? Instead of just one, and you actually have the duals on the back. Let's go ahead and talk cargo. Now, cargo on the Cross, we got a manual lift tailgate on the Cross. Well, cargo area with the second row seat up is going to be 22 cubic feet of space, 66 cubic feet of space if you drop that second row seat down. And let's go ahead and show you guys, as we like to do here at Vagabond Builds, we like to measure our cargoes now for you guys. Over to the plastic paneling, about 33, 34 inches, which is 2 feet 9 inches. If I go ahead and drop the seat, from that first seat back, depending on where it's at, about 68 inches, 5 feet 8 inches. Come over. Width is going to be about 37 inches, 3 feet 1 inch. What's under the mat? A spare tire, some cubby room on the right, on the left. Do we have any outlets? No outlets back here, okay? Shoot over to the RAV4 now. RAV4 with the second row seat up. Cargo area is going to be 38 cubic feet of space, 70 cubic feet of space with the second row seat down. Let's go ahead and measure that. 39 inches, 3 feet 3 inches. 71 inches, 5 feet 11 inches. And 39 inches, 3 feet 3 inches. What do you get under the mat here? A spare tire as well. Now we do have a 12-volt outlet here on the right-hand side of the passenger side on the RAV4, so that's a plus too. And electric closing tailgate, where this one is a manual. Now that we're done talking about the powertrains, exteriors, and cargoes, let's show you interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now, so let's talk pricing. Before we continue with the interior, well, price on the Toyota Cross entry on the XLE all-wheel drive trim is about $29,300, give and take some change. Well, the RAV4 is going to be a bit more pricey. We're going to talk about that when we're in the RAV4, but let's show you guys real quick look on the Cross. Well, the seating surfaces are that kind of leather, pleather feel. We have the manual controls on the passenger and also electrical on the driver. Same exact thing for the RAV4. In front, non-lockable glove compartment. Up top, we got some high gloss black trim, the air vents, a little itty bitty screen for your infotainment screen, and they have the same interface between both cars, the RAV4 and the Cross. Show you guys what the interface kind of looks like. Nothing sophisticated at all. 2 air vents, got the dual climate control that you can sync. This is the way you're going to control them. You can sync those as well, right? You got the also heated seats down here, USB-C plug-in and a wireless charging pad, a shift lever, parking brake button, and an auto hold. Cup holders, USB-C plug-in, and a 12-volt outlet with a little center console area. No sun visor or moonroof, okay? Keep that in mind. In front, we got the lighting system here, as well as a simple, straight-to-the-point, auto-dimmable rear-view mirror. Let's go ahead and turn this air vent off. Over to the cluster. Cluster got the fuel gauge on the right, temperature gauge on the left, digital gauge there in the center. You can go ahead and mess around with your info cards going up and down, right and left. Ways to control that cluster is going to be on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Also, you got your phone control, your media volume control, and your voice control. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, we got crash warning, lane departure warning, as well as your mode for your media as well. On the right-hand side of the manual steering column, a lever there for your windshield wipers, lever here on the left for your lighting, and further left is an auto automatic high beam assist for your headlights button and your knob there for your dimming out your lights on the dashboard. Very simple, straight to the point. Window switches on the door panel and unlock lock button with your mirrors switches. Those side mirrors do come heated on the Toyota Cross. Now that we're done with the front side, let's show you the second row seating. Now the back of the Cross, you got a armrest, cup holders. The backrests themselves do not come different angles, okay? So the RAV4, you can actually adjust the backrest, but here you can't. Car seat compatibility. In front, got one pocket on the back of that passenger seat. In between, we got air vents and two USB-C plugins. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. To put things into perspective for you guys, I'm a pretty tall guy. You got more than enough head clearance here and leg clearance. So you can fit comfortably 4 adults in this vehicle overall. Snap handle is up top. And now, guys, that's pretty much all about the Cross. Now let's shoot over to the RAV4. Now let's talk MSRP price of the RAV4. So entry MSRP price is coming in at around 30, what was that, Sandu? $32,000 and some change with the total add-ons. This one is coming in at 35, but again, that's if you have add-ons. Now, guys, I have to say, my inclination right off the bat, you might want to know, oh, what are you going to do? What would you do? I get those questions. What would you do between both? I'm inclining towards the RAV4, also because of the 2.5 liter. I get a little bit more power. You lose MPG, though. Get the 8-speed automatic transmission. And also, yes, it's going to be a little bit more pricier, about $6,000 more pricier on the entry-level MSRP. But also the interior. Let's talk legroom, right? You lose 2 inches of legroom here in the front with the RAV4 now. Legroom in the RAV4 is 41 inches versus the Cross being at 43. But where a big deal is for me is also the second row seating. The second row seating legroom on the RAV4 is 6 inches bigger than the Cross. The RAV4 is 38 inches and the Cross is 32 inches. That's another big winning point for me, okay? Now, if we come over to the interior, we have manual seats on the passenger. One thing I do not like is that I get cloth seats in the XLE RAV4 where I get the kind of leather pleather in the Cross. So that's another big win for me on the Cross, I will have to say. But again, I'm still leaning over to the more of the compact SUV rigid look. Manual controls, electric control on the driver's side. We have a lockable glove compartment. The Cross doesn't get the lockable glove compartment. Got a shelf here, air vent that kind of resembles each other, that same design on the dashboard. Same, similar to the screen, both of them pretty much exactly the same. I'm not going to go into that because it's the same interface. Dropping down a little bit more rugged and bulky on the temperature controls. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. You get dual climate controls. Also, we have the traction control here, engine on or off button here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. A 12-volt outlet and a USB-A plug-in. No wireless charging pad in the XLE RAV4. So that's, I would have to say that's a minus for the RAV4, but I could deal without the wireless charging pad. Parking brake, auto hold, and you get 6 different mode buttons. This is a big win for me on the all-wheel drive system if you're headed up to the mountains for camping, snowing, snowboarding, skiing, and whatnot. Cup holders, USB-C plugins, 2 of them back here in the center console. Up top, another huge win for me on the RAV4. For that extra $6,000, tilt slide moonroof option with the manual visor and a simple straight-to-point rearview mirror. Over to the cluster. Cluster, got the manual tachometers for the fuel and the temperature on the right. On the left, you got the RPM and the miles per hour in the center, digital. You could go ahead and mess around with that info card up and down, right and left. Same exact setup on the steering wheel with regards to the controls. You got the crash warning controls, lane departure assist, the cruise control and the mode for your media. On the left-hand side, you control that cluster with the phone and your voice controls with the volume on your media. On the right-hand side, you got the windshield wiper lever, left-hand side lighting lever. Further left on the dashboard, we got 3 buttons, or 1 knob and 2 buttons. Automatic high beam assist, tailgate lift button, and the knob for your lighting on your dashboard. Door panel, again, simple, straight to the point, kind of a bi-level door panel, window switches, and side mirror switches as well. Now that we're done with the front side, let's show you the second row seating. Now, I have to say, guys, I do feel the 6 inches, which is half a foot longer back here, and my goodness, does it feel a bit more wide and spacious back here in the RAV4. Big win for me, for my passengers or the family back here on the 5-passenger seat. Armrest, cup holders. I did mention that this backrest does come dual angled, so it's a little bit more upright now, and if I pull that lever, it goes down 1 more. Okay, so I have to say the angle on this RAV4 back here is very comfortable. Up top, reading light, snap handles. In front, we get 1 pocket, similar to the Cross. In between, air vents, and 2 USB-C plugins. Now guys, hopefully you guys like this comparison video. Again, if you ask me what I would do, I would go with the RAV4, not because it's the more expensive, just because it's more ideal, and I do like the more compact SUV rather than the crossover look. But again, it all comes down to preference. I always state that. Some people like that crossover look. Up to you guys, all right? If the pocketbook doesn't allow that extra $6,000, go with the Cross. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Check out our other videos with regards to Toyota and many other year, make, and models for car reviews and products. Thank you and God bless.